Welcome back. With us right now is Annette Soleil. She's a director with Third Mutual. She was appointed to Third Mutual to fill a vacancy on November 15th of last year. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice to have you here. Your first time on, so always a pleasure. So tell me a little bit about your background, how you came to living here in the village, and eventually getting on the third board.
Okay. Since 2005, my husband and I have resided in Laguna Woods Village, and I'm thoroughly, basically I retired from the United States Department of Justice on
really?
December the
Wow.
30th of 2016. I worked for the Office of the United States Trustee Program, which is bankruptcy oversight. I was the regional administrative officer for Region 16, and my classification was a 511 auditor. I spent 22 of the last 36 months working for the department, handling two regions, basically Region 16 and 17, which is basically California and Nevada, overseeing 12 offices and 142 people. Basically what I did was I oversaw operations, which was budgets, facilities, procurement, human resources, security, and travel. I'm married to John Soul, and I have a son, a daughter, one grandson, one granddaughter, and one granddog, and they all reside in California, which is very fortunate for me.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Since 2005, as I said, John and I have lived in Laguna Woods Village, and I'm thoroughly enjoying the emeritus classes. I'm taking up sewing and stretching, and I'm also trying to prepare for running a half marathon in May.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, and then after that, I'd like to start playing golf when the weather warms up a bit. My husband's very passionate about the sport, and he does the men's 18-hole golf club. Very
nice. Yeah, not a lot of golf lately, right?
Well, he still plays in the rain.
Oh, does he really? Wow.
Yes, he does. I'm a member of the landscape, the water, the traffic, and the communications committees in the third. And for GRF, it would be the Community Activities Committee.
Okay.
All right. And recently the Senior Games prevailed, and they're going to be on this year. So that was one of the things that happened at our last committee meeting. I'm very new to the boards, and there's a lot to learn, but I'm thoroughly enjoying them.
Yeah.
That was quite an active committee meeting.
Very good. Now, again, with all the committees you're on, one of the ones that is very active right now, I mean, they're all kind of active, but really the two together, landscape and water, in many ways they go hand in hand.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. Director James Tung is chairman of the Landscape Committee, and he's also chairman of the Water Committee. Open meetings for the Landscape Committee are attended by the public, and then the VMS Landscape Director, Kurt Ron, he attends those along with one or two of his employees. And just recently, he added a new staff member by the name of Bob Merget, M-E-R-G-E-T, who's very knowledgeable. What we do is he also attends the committee meetings and does the member tours, which occur after the meetings. We go through an updated status reports, which are presented at the meetings. It's regarding slope pruning and maintenance coordinated with the Orange County Fire Authority to make sure we're going to try and reduce the potential fuel load on the western side of the community. So they're very active in that. They do a rain action event, and they do yellow stake program, which I'll speak about later. I'm going to just review those today because James was on your program and spoke recently about a lot of different things that Landscape was doing. Arbor pros have been hired, and they're mapping out the village, the whole community. They use the Google Maps for Arbor pros, and that application will make it possible for VMS to be able to see each tree and to advise how to take care of the tree and design a trimming schedule. So that's really exciting. So in the future, when residents call in, VMS will be able to see the specific tree that they're talking about.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great.
Real nice addition to taking care of the landscape for sure.
However, in January or February, the winds and the rains taxed our community. We've had the good fortune of not having anyone hurt or more damage occurring to our manors. VMS landscaping, maintenance, and security all increased manpower. They worked the weekends, they answered the phones, they attended to the trees down, the drains that were clogged, the electrical outages, and the roof leaks. Lots of residents cooperated by doing what they could to assist us and by not going out in the weather due to the slick roads and the other hazards. VMS Landscaping removed, they were extraordinary, large hazardous trees in between these two storms. And that was not an easy task because a lot of these large trees, they have to get up into with a pulley system
Right.
and cut them down and do them manually. The Third Landscaping Mutual is a little over budget due to the responsiveness that was required during these 2017 storms. The Yellow Stake Program, which I brought one today to show you, and I do suggest that somebody bring a bag when they collect a yellow stake. It alerts the landscape staff not to trim or touch the plant where the yellow stake is placed in the soil. I have several of these stakes in the ground where I live, and it allows me to personally take care of the specific plant. It's usually, one that I purchased.
Okay.
And then basically, if you're interested in participating, if the public's interested in participating in this, they can pick these up at the property services
Okay.
and the community center. Just make sure that you bring a bag in order to put them in, because they don't provide you with one.
Okay.
All right? They'll do their best. As I said, the director, James Tung, is also chairman of the Water Committee. And on February the 9th, I attended the El Toro Water District Community Advisory Group at his request. What I found out was the Baker Treatment Plant has a 30-day supply of water, and they want to increase it to 60 days.
Right.
They also have a website called bakertreatmentplant.com, and that's where you need to go if you want to read what's called Water Views about the California drought emergency from the El Toro Water District. This is their fall and winter 2016, but this is on their web, and it's very informative, and I recommend it. At that meeting, the El Toro District Assistant Manager, Dennis Cafferty, provided an overview of the district's capital facility improvement and replacement refurbishment programs. And the El Toro Water District project, affecting the Third Mutual's Gate 9, is projected to cost between $10 and $12 million. The Water District expects the start date in the summer of 2018 with a completion in 2018. It'll involve 28,500 feet of pipe, 64 new recycled meters, 260 acre-feet of water, 85 million gallons. And
Excuse me.
basically, the meters will be dedicated, which means that maintenance-wise, the individual meters will be easier to change or replace when a problem occurs. All United area inside gates 5 and 6 is scheduled for December 2017. Phase 3 of the Water District's future planning involves gates 11 and 14. And recently, at this meeting, I learned that the Laguna Woods Village Golf Course normally uses 308 recycled acre feet. And now with the rains, it is only going to use 200 recycled acre feet, which translates to less of a water bill for us. I know, everybody likes that.
Pardon me. Still got a cold.
Okay. I'm going to speak a little bit about the the traffic committee. That's another committee that I'm on.
Go ahead.
Okay. The traffic committee meets monthly, and Ray Gross from GRF presides over these meetings. There is one member attending from each of the 3 boards who listens to each of the scheduled traffic violation notices given in the village. The traffic committee members' votes are collected afterward, and VMS advises the resident via mail of the outcome. Since becoming a member, I am much more conscious of the speed limits and of stopping fully at the stop signs. We have the right to enforce these laws because people always ask about that under the Davis-Sterling Act, the Golden Rain Foundation of Laguna Woods Vehicle Traffic and Parking Rules, and the Recreational Vehicle Parking Area Rules and Regulations. So I just request that please be careful of all of our residents on foot who deserve our very best efforts. The third Communications Committee is working hard to get the word out on all the village happenings. And I think I brought in this. They happen to have, you can pick up this form. It's called the Emergency Notification Record, Laguna Woods Village. You can pick up this form at the community center, and you can fill out one form per individual. Please print neatly. You can contact Property Services if you want to. This is an emergency notification record, which is very important. And basically, you can also contact Property Services if you want to provide a key to your residence, because if security is called to access your manor in order to provide you with assistance, or in case of a fire or a water leak and you're out of the area or not available, VMS security team of 2 may then be able to access your manor in an expedited manner.
All right, very good.
And then the last thing is the bus tour. Do
Okay.
we have time for that real quick?
Real quick.
Okay, the bus tour, I just took a tour last Friday of the new improved routes, and you can secure a chip that you put on the back of your ID card. And basically what you'll do is you'll have to remember each time you go into the bus to swipe your chip on your card. It's essential for bus ridership counts and for future planning. And basically, the commercial east and west routes are the same no matter what zone you're in.
All right, thank you very much, Annette. I appreciate you coming on. Sorry about my cough.
And I apologize for reading, but there's so much, and
All
I'm
right.
so new.
All right, thank you very much, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you.
Oh, we need to check.